Yo, what's going on everybody, Impulse here, and welcome back to today's video where we're going to be having the second battle of our Pokemon price stack. So today I'm going to be battling a guy called Blake, also known as Antonio, and he has a channel called Lanturn's Angler, and I've known him by Lanturn for a little while, so that's what I'm going to be referring him by in this video. If you guys want to check out Lanturn's channel and his content, his link will be down in the description as always. As for the teams, I'm going to be using the same one in the last video, which is Landorus, Chansey, Hooper Unbound, Dragonite, Venusaur, and Tapu Fini, and my opponent's going to rock out a Clawitzer, GLISCOR, Meganium, Metagross, Chinchino, and a Yanmega. So it's pretty cool to see some lower tier mons there. Of course, Lanturn's battling for the price stack, and if he loses, I'll add an additional mon to the stack. So without further ado, let's get into this battle. So Lanturn comes and he issues his challenge. I'm going to lead off with Lando. Because of the Intimidate, I'm Choice Scarfed, I can go for a U-turn and see what he wants to go for. And he's going to lead it out with Clawitzer. So I know that I can get a pretty safe U-turn on this thing and go into something from there. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for the U-turn, get some chip damage off on this thing, see how much it wants to do, and it actually does a decent amount. And I'm going to go out into Chansey. Chansey's going to come and be able to take any hit that this thing wants to throw, and he goes for an Ice Beam, a nice safe predictable play at the beginning of the match. So Flopsy's going to be able to take that, and now he's going to have to withdraw. So he does withdraw and he goes out into Metagross. Metagross is fine, I don't really care about that. Maybe we're predicting the Toxic there, but I'm just going to go for a Stealth Rocks. So now I've got my rock set up, I want to see what he wants to do. So I go for a Protect, and I'm kind of predicting the Meteor Mash, and that is what he goes for. So now I'm in a bit of a bind because I can go into Landorus, but I don't get the Intimidate drop because of Clear Body. So I decide in the long run that I'm going to go out into Dragonite. So Swish comes in and he evades the Meteor Mash, which is absolutely fantastic for me. And he decides he wants to switch back out and he goes into his GLISCOR. So that's going to allow me to do whatever I want to do. And I decide I'm just going to go for a Dragon Dance. So I get the Dragon Dance boost, get my Mighty Attack, get my Mighty Speed. And yeah, his Poison Orb's going to kick in and he's going to have the healing factor back onto him. Figuring that that's not a very good matchup for me, I'm going to go out into Tapu Fini. And Finny's going to be able to take anything that this thing wants to do. But before that, he's going to set up Misty Surge and prevent that any shenanigans that wants to come. And he just goes for a knockoff, gets rid of our Terrain Extender, which is not a big deal at all. It's already activated at least once, so that's good enough for me. So he's going to get up to full and he's going to go for a Protect, I guess thinking that the Water move's coming. But I'm just going to go for a Nature's Madness because I actually, I can't remember if that one's a misclick or not. But then he's going to go for a Switch and he goes out into Metagross again. So Metagross is going to take some damage and I decide I'm going to switch out as well and I go into Lando, figuring I've got nothing better to do. And of course, as I already said, the Intimidate's ignored because Clear Body is a pretty good ability. So now I'm in this situation where I don't know what I want to do. I decide that I'm going to just go for it and he actually goes for a Bullet Punch. I go for that U-turn figuring he would have switched, but he didn't, so now I've been punished pretty much. And I'm going to go into Hooper because I know that I can obviously take a Bullet Punch from max HP. And that's exactly what's going to happen. I've got a Choice Scarf and I'm going to be able to go for a Dark Pulse. Hits mighty damage on any guy that he wanted to bring in. So it was a safe play for me all around. And Metagross is going to go down. So out comes Yanmega. And Yanmega is an awesome Pokemon. And I know that I'm currently faster than it, but it's going to take half HP from the rocks. I know that he's going to go for the Protect, but just in case he wanted to try anything on my Switch, I decide that I'm going to just go for an attack, go for the Dark Pulse, and obviously Speed Boost is going to kick in. Now he's faster than me, and that's not a good thing. So I'm definitely going to have to switch out, and I'm going to go out into Flopsy the Chansey, sorry. So he's going to go for Bug Buzz. And yeah, we're going to eat that up very nicely. We also see that he's got a Life Orb and he's speed boosting yet again. Unfortunately, his speed boost doesn't mean much against a Flopsy, and he goes for a Giga Drain, try and get some of that lost HP back. He gets a little back, obviously loses again because of the Life Orb. So I'm just going to go for a Wish because I figure I might as well get my guy healed up, get my guys all nice and healthy again. So Speed Boost is going to kick in again. At this point it's a redundant ability, and he obviously can't switch out because if he does, he won't be able to come back in for free. He'll be punished and die. So he's going to keep chipping away as much as he can, and that's going to allow me to get a lot of recovery off. So I'm just going to go for a Seismic Toss, smash this thing into the ground, and show him that I'm not going to be messing about too much. And yeah, the wish comes true. Flopsy gets all its HP back, and that's a good thing for us. And Life Orb's going to finish this guy off pretty much. Just in case though, I don't want to mess around too much. I'm going to go for another Seismic Toss, I believe, and that's definitely going to take this thing out. So Seismic Toss kicks off, and yeah, Yanmega's going to take a permanent nap. So he's going to go into Chinchino. I know that this thing's dangerous. Skill link with a King's Rock, always bad to see. So I'm going to make a switch now, and I'm going to go into Lando. I'm kind of hoping that he goes for something weak like Rock Blast, but he goes for Bullet Seed. It's also weak, but it's neutral, so we don't get to a resisted hit. And of course it's going to hit 5 times, but after the Intimidate it's not going to do as much as he'd like. So we're just going to keep taking shots to the face, peppered, and our HP will eventually go down. He lands a crit there, but it doesn't really matter about that. We're obviously faster because we've got the Tri-Scarf, and Chinchino's going to take an Earthquake, and yeah, Chinchino's not got very good defenses, so it's going to go down straight away. So he's going to bring out Chlorwitzer again. It's going to take a little bit of damage from the rocks, of course, and I know that I've got nothing to fear from this thing. And I just go for an Earthquake because it's not got much HP left and he's got nothing to resist it. So we're going to smash Chlorwitzer, and that's going to go down. And I can't remember his last 2 months at this point in the recording, but obviously one of them is Meganium, which is going to come in now. I can't stay in against this thing because I'm Tri-Scarf, and that's not good for me, and it's very bulky physically. So I'm going to have to make a hard switch, and I'm going to go out into Mr. Sprinkles, the Venusaur. So Mr. Sprinkles can take anything that this thing wants to throw at it, and he goes for a Giga Drain, not going to do a great deal at all, and he's going to get some little bit of recovery back, and then I'm going to go for that Mega Revolution. So it's a fresh turn, Keystone activates and the Mega Revolution comes. We're obviously a poison type, and we've got Sludge Bomb, so we're super effective against him, and I wasn't sure how much this was going to do, so I'm just going to go for it, get as much damage as I can, and it does a great deal of damage. Not quite enough to take it out, but still good. And then he decides that he doesn't like Venusaur too much, and he whips it in the face and sends it away, but that brings out Dragonite. So leftovers are going to pop, all that good stuff, and we're going to be in a position where we can do what we want basically. I decide that I've got nothing to lose, so I'm just going to go for an Outrage. No bonuses, but it'll easily be able to take Meganium down at that range. So Meganium's going to go down, and of course his last mon is GLISCOR. GLISCOR is going to take some little bit of damage, and we're obviously locked in at this point. So I'm going to go for an Outrage. So hopefully it's going to do an amazing amount of damage, but it doesn't do too much because of the attack investment, the defensive investment in GLISCOR. He's going to knock off our weakness policy, score a crit that doesn't really mean too much, and he's going to get some recovery going again. So he's going to protect this turn, and yeah, we're not going to be able to land our last hit, and we'll be confused. So we became confused, and he gets some more healing up, so this thing's starting to become a big pain in the bum. So I decide that's enough Dragonite, come on back, and it's Finny's time to shine. Finny's going to come in, set up a pointless Misty Terrain, and it's going to go for knockoff once again. So I'm having a really big trouble at dealing with this thing. If he'd have brought it in earlier, he might have done a little better, played behind it, because it's doing really well. I tried to moonblast it, but obviously he's gone for the protect, so I can't get this thing down, and it's just recovering all the way back up to full. So he goes for an earthquake, which is not going to do a lot because I am physically defensive, and yeah, we take that like a champion of Mons, and I'm going to go for the moonblast, and I'm hoping this is going to do a good deal of damage. And yeah, it does decent, but unfortunately it's still not enough, and he's going to be able to stall out like a beast yet again. So I decide that's not good enough. I'm going to go back out, and I go back out into Dragon Knight, and he is going to go for a protect. Doesn't work this turn because of the switch, and he's going to get some healing up. So I know that he can protect again. I don't know if he's going to do that because protect fails, so I'm just going to go for some Dragon Dancers now. I'm fed up. I want this game to be over, so I'm going to go on a Dragon Dance Barrage. I'm going to go for the +3, and then I'm just going to proceed to Outrage for the game. So I'm just going to speed up the rest of this battle until we get to the end, and yeah, we'll take it from there. So I want to say good game to Lanturn. It was an interesting team that GLISCOR really put some work in at the end there. And yeah, of course, now it's time to add an additional Mon to the price stack. So the cushion's getting a little small, we might have to make it a little bit bigger. And yeah, here goes an additional Mon on it. What's it going to be? Let's add this guy. So the next challenger is fighting for all 3 of these guys. Hopefully it'll be another good battle just like this one. And if you guys enjoyed the video or learnt something useful, don't forget to meaty and mash that like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Laters!